Here we go again. Here is another classic example of how politicians knowingly lie to the public. You see, they know that the public are only half paying attention to everything apart from soap operas and X Factor. And they never research any information that spews from the mouths of politicians for themselves. Yesterday, Silver Spoon Cameron made a speech about clamping down on immigration and curbing their benefits. He said he would introduce tough new measures to curb immigrants' access to housing and benefits. He warned those coming to Britain that they cannot expect something for nothing. Cameron is banking on the headline. The zombie public will be satisfied with this headline. They'll get a warm feeling inside and say to themselves, it's okay because Cameron is doing the right thing. A phrase that he loves to use. It's just a shame that he never does the right thing. What Cameron and his millionaire cabinet won't tell you is this. David Cameron, British Prime Minister, cannot amend anything regarding immigration from other EU countries. He has to let them in and he has to give them benefits. Why? Because as a country we cannot make our own laws. We are governed by the EU. I know I go on about this all the time, but unelected bureaucrats in Brussels dictate to the UK what we can and can't do. Fact. Period. It's not negotiable. That is how it is. In order for Cameron to amend his immigration policy, he'd have to do one of two things. One, leave the EU. Two, get the Lisbon Treaty amended. Cameron isn't going to do any of these things. You see, the truth came out literally minutes after he made his pathetic speech yesterday. Look at this article from the Express. Minutes after the Prime Minister announced a purge on benefit tourism, the Eurocrats said they would scrutinise them for fairness. They warned that this proposal, including restrictions on housing, health and unemployment support, must comply with EU freedom movement rules. The row pitches Mr Cameron into another battle with the European Commission, the legislative arm of the EU, and fuels growing demands for Britain to quit the EU altogether. You see, Cameron cannot do anything. Unelected bureaucrats in Brussels rule us. We have been overtaken. We have been conquered. We must leave the EU as a country now if we're to stand any chance of a future. You see, the votes that have been going to UKIP recently from the Conservatives and other parties isn't a protest vote, it's a movement. People are sick and tired of the same old political establishment. We want change, and it is coming. But what will it look like? That's for us to decide.